Hi everyone, welcome back to Box of Lights. Welcome to our Call of Kilforth playthrough. Now, apologies, I left you on a bit of a cliffhanger last time. I'd just taken a move action to move here to the Soaring Peaks, where it says heroes gain 1 action point when they move into this location for the first time on any day. And there is a Tyrannosaur who is an enemy animal mountain. A crash, a snarl of fearsome vision, and the chase is on as the reptilian beast thunders towards you. So I get my action back, but we're okay. We're okay. This cliffhanger might be a little bit of an anticlimax for you. Our centaur is a cattle merchant, pretty appropriate, and has animal handling as a deed ability. We are a rebel. Hardened and battle-honed from life on the frontier, the cattle merchants protect their families and livestock at any cost. This Tyrannosaur is like any other mount to us. We're going to veil our cattle merchant and defeat an animal at your location. So, the Tyrannosaur, as an animal, is defeated. We grab our ropes, we make a noose, we loop and grab the neck of the Tyrannosaur and drag it, subdued, to the ground. Fabulous. We have the enemy rumour we've been looking for. We can take a loot or 3 gold. I'm going to take the 3 gold, I think. I like the sound of 3 gold. So we avoid the trap. We didn't get caught into battle. We can take an item or we can take the rumour. Well, we're going to take the rumour. We don't want this chest. We don't want this item. This is the rumour we've been looking for. Nice and easy. Now remember, we're looking for a stranger and an enemy. And because we're playing solo, a plains. We have a plains, but we can't use the gamekeeper for both things. I think we need to make our way to another plains now. So let's move, and in fact we're going to move and move again. We're going to take 2 move actions. It's okay because the first one is going to be back here where there is this cerulean pools. So we don't need to confront this. This is a safe space. And then for our second move, we're going to move to the Burning Flats. Now, it does say heroes lose 1 action point when they move into this location. We don't have any action points to lose. So it's a good time to move in here, but we do have a new encounter. Okay, fresh from our victory over the T-Rex, we are looking for a plains encounter, something too straightforward. It's a fisherman, a stranger, a noble. Through parching droughts or pelting hail, he devotedly plies his trade, often sharing strange, tall tales of his findings down by the shore. There we are then. That's our turn complete. We're ready with safe harbour. There's some blue drakes here. We are now loyal to blue drakes. And we're probably going to have a chat with this fisherman. For now, though, we're going to keep our distance. We're going to settle down for the night and keep an eye on him for next morning. All right, night, what do you hold? We hear tale of a deep one migration. Clear Lagoon goes into gloom. The Clear Lagoon is right here next to us, isn't it? Yes. Well, so there are now 2 encounters here because once this is revealed, place this enemy at the Clear Lagoon. Place 1 food from the supply to any ocean. We don't have any food in the supply, not until we start to gather and spend food. So we just skip that part. The deep ones are moving inland, taking up residence in lakes as well as their sea layers. They've probably wandered up from the blue tides as the tide went too high into the Clear Lagoon. We thought this was a safe space to travel through, and now these deep ones have emerged from the gloom. This is a pretty tough enemy. Wow. Now though, we're heading into day 3, and I think it's time to have a chat to this fisherman about this despot we need to overthrow. So I'm going to start with a confront action. We're going to confront this fisherman, and do you know what? We've got 3 influence. They need 3 successes. This is going to use up quite a few actions, but I've got an idea. As my confront action, I'm going to make this fisherman an enemy. I walk up to him and tread on his boots, provoking him into an attack. He rolls 2 attack dice, so he is going to hit me potentially for damage. Let's see what he does. 1 hit, so yeah, we do take a wound. Unlucky. But he's only got 2 HP. I've got 3, 4 attack. So I'm going to use 4 dice. But I'm going to use a deed endeavour to make 3 of those an automatic success. I've got 1 die left over, which means I flip the fated doubloon. I've done 1 hit to him. Then I'm going to veil my hook hand. Veil, your foe loses 1 HP. So we've done 2 hits. So as he reaches to land one on my chin, I slip in my hook hand and defeat the fisherman. We have successfully completed this encounter. Alright, fisherman, we made an enemy of you, but your rewards are ours. We can take 1 gold, or we can take a loot. I'm going to take a loot. Ready? It is 3 gold. That I like. 3 gold is good. And then we can take him as a roomer, or we can take an ally. Well, I want him as a roomer. I want him for his planes, or a stranger, doesn't matter which. But then it says map trophy. Look at the top card of each encounter deck. That's these. So perhaps the fisherman was carrying a map of what's coming up. What have we got? We got the plains next. We got violent uprising. I'm just going to leave these face up on the top of the deck because my memory sucks, and I think this is fine. We've got to look at them. I think it's fair to reveal them. A skeletal warrior in the mountains. He doesn't look too bad. Forest has a fragrant clearing. We can perform rest actions here. Nice. And then at the ocean, a ghost ship. When a test ends, lose 1 action point if you've gained no successes in that test. Okay, tough. All right then, time to regale, I think. We've got plains, an enemy, and a stranger. That's all we need to overthrow the despot. Let's pay our 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're taking an action. This is a regale action. Handing in these 3 rumours. There they are. And we complete chapter 1. As time slips by, the compelling stranger's following increases exponentially. They appoint a zealous lieutenant in local office to help spread their malignant decrees. What once seemed like outrageous lies become perfectly acceptable beliefs amongst the commoners, as marginalisation and antipathy bleeds into local communities. The search is undertaken for an artifact that symbolises the authenticity of their mission. But when news spreads that you've discovered it first, you find yourself absconding to the seas for safety. Maybe this fisherman was a follower of the despot. It sounds like we have to discover an artifact, an item, a stranger, and then take to the ocean. Okay, our story then continues. Now, we've leveled up, so we're going to take a level 1 upgrade. We can either take Dodger, Veil, deed. When you lose at least 1 HP in battle, prevent, I like. Or the Black Keep. Pay a wood, a stone, 2 food, and a metal to place the Black Keep outpost in your location. Interesting. Do we want to take the opportunity to place the Black Keep? The Black Keep allows us to perform market actions here and heal HP. So a nice healing spot. I think for the sake of understanding the new content, I think we're going to take the Black Keep. So we need to collect some resources then to make this pay off. Okay, I need to find an item, a stranger, and an ocean. Okay, I've got 3 gold, and we're at a friendly ship. So I think, why don't we take an action, gather some stone. We'll gather this stone. And we could spend a gold to take a market action here, but I've only got 3 gold. That's only going to leave me 2, which isn't a great amount. I might just take a rest. There aren't any encounters here, so I can just take a rest and heal 1 HP. That'll do. That won't cost me anything. Let's do that. All right, we're happy here at the Burning Flats. Let's move to the Knights. If I move down to this location, that's my next option, because I do want to go to the ocean. I'm going to have to face that ghost ship, but it's a quest. It's not mandatory. Yeah, so that's relatively safe, I think. Although it's there on the map, isn't it? When a test ends, lose 1 action point if you gained no successes. Yeah, I've got to complete that thing when it's out there. All right, what have we got? A Sea Dog King at the Haven Woods. Okay, Haven Woods is falling into a gloom. That's down here. It's not plains, so it doesn't help the ancient. Place the stranger at Haven Woods and add 1 wood from the supply to any forest. Well, there is a wood in the supply. There you go, the Sea Dog King. Well, we're not currently allied with him. We're allied with the Blue Drakes. Right, where do I want to place this wood? It's interesting because I've got to find a stranger. It's tempting, but the Sea Dog King is really tough. No, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll place it here. All right, we're ready for the next day. We're back up to full actions. You know what? We're meant to gain 1, aren't we, from leveling up? Yes, we are. We've got 5 actions now. I think it's time to leave the Burning Flats and go in search of this lieutenant and head off to the sea. So let's start by moving down here. Do I want to go via the lake? I don't like this plains. I can't go this way because of the deep one. I don't think I want to go into either of these locations. And that's because of this violent uprising, which is blocking these plains. The deep ones are here blocking this. I can't go to an ocean location using the censure. This is non-ocean locations. So if I want to get here, I'm going to have to go the slow path. That event is absolutely dreadful. There's no way I'm going to pass a 4 influence test with only 3 influence. The other options are lose an HP and make camp. I don't want to do that. Pay 2 gold and lose an action point. And the other option is I go the long way around, which is this way. Or we just have to bite the bullet and face this violent uprising. I do want to get to an ocean. There is another way to go, which is this way, via the skeletal warrior. Should we do that instead? Let's do that. Let's move 1 spot here. That's a single action. We face the skeleton warrior. He's got a weakness to arcane. I don't have any arcane assets, so we're going to have to face this guy. I could have hidden to get surprise on this guy, but I'm not going to bother. I don't think I want to. I'm going to save my actions. I'm going to roll with the dice and see what happens. So the skeleton warrior has surprise. So despite the fact I knew he was here, I creep in to the Troll-Toothed Crags, where I may not rest, incidentally. I creep into the Troll-Toothed Crags, and the Skeleton Warrior leaps from behind a rock and catches me by surprise. They're going to roll 4 dice. Okay, let's see what happens. And yes, they get a hit. Okay, we get 1, 2, 3, 4 dice, but I'm going to use my Endeavour Deed. With my 4 dice, I'm going to deliver a hit with 3 of them, and with the 4th, I'm going to flip the Fated Doubloon, which gives me another success. That's another hit, that's 2. And then with my hook hand, I'm going to do the 3rd and defeat the Skeleton Warrior. I like this Endeavour Deed. Endeavour helps me get more certainty over what I'm doing, and the hook hand is sweet. Alright, we've defeated the Skeleton Warrior. I can take 2 gold or a loot. I'm going to take 2 gold, and then I can take this Skeleton Warrior's Aruma, or I can take an item of loot. I'm going to take an item instead. Let's discard the Skeleton Warrior. Grab an item. I think I'm probably going to... I can't rest here. I've got to move on. What do we get? A Merfolk Trident. The triple spear is ordinarily a cumbersome weapon, but this one is infused with the essence of Tritons. Wow, this can be found at Diablo's Locker. Now this is just a rumour, alright? Just a rumour. Diablo's Locker is here. So maybe I do want to go this way. It'll give me +1 attack, and as a sacrifice I can defeat an enemy at an adjacent location. Ah, the Sea Dog King is not an enemy, it's a stranger. Let's take an action. Gather this metal ore. Then let's move in here. That's an action. I know what's coming. It's the ghost ship, which is a quest. Let me try and complete this quest. When a test ends, lose 1 AP if you gain no success in this test. Is it really a ghost ship, or has no vessel yet been fast enough to catch and board her to determine for certain one way or another? I'm going to try this quest, I think. Yep. It's a study 3 test, and I've got 3, 4. I've got 4 study. So I could do this automatically with Endeavour and 2 actions. Or I could roll the dice. Let's take an action to confront this with 4 Endeavour. And we got 1 success. 1 success. Now I can only get 1 success from my next one, so I'm going to have to roll the dice again and hope I get 2 I need. Come on, 2 successes. I can always use my fate if I want to. But we got it. We got 2 successes. Excellent. Right, that's the 3 we needed. I am out of actions, but I could have used my fate if I needed it. As it goes, we got a success on both those tests. So when a test ends, lose 1 AP if you gain no successes. We managed to succeed. It was a gamble. But this is the thing, you can decide, you know, sometimes the drama of the dice is exciting. So we managed to board the ghost ship, and yes, the apparition fades. We are rewarded with 2 gold or a loot, and we can take this rumour or a spell. But I want the rumour, I want this ocean one. So I'm taking this as a rumour, and I think 2 gold. Okay, we've got a good stash of gold now. We've got 2 of the rumours we need, the ghost ship and item. I don't want to use the Merfolk Trident as an item. Now this is a unique weapon. My hook hand is not a weapon, it's jewellery. So this is pretty cool. If I can actually get this asset in play, it's going to add another to my fight value. But for now, we've ended the night. We're resting here at Saltwater Straits. There is a ship here, but it's not enemy, it's neutral. This is a Doomguard ship, so we don't suffer any damage. Let's draw our night card. It is a Drake commander. Oh, another stranger. Okay. The enclave is falling into gloom. That's here, right in the center. Near the center. And then it says, revealed, place this stranger at the enclave. Add 1 metal from the supply to any mountain. Right, there's no metal in supply. So there's an alternative stranger. It's quite a bit easier to defeat than the Sea Dog. The Sea Dog King. Okay, let's push on. We're an action down, we're a health point down. But I want to gather, my first action, gather this food. And it says I may spend an AP to move directly to any ocean. I might just come over here to Diablo's locker. Before I do, let's spend another action. Add a power to my ship. And then let's veil and sink the ship at our location. So the power goes, we've got 3 power, which is enough to sink this 3 power. What do we get? Fair winds. Relocate to any ocean location. Okay, not a huge reward, but it is a relocate. And I'm going to Diablo's locker. It's not a move, which means we don't have to face a new encounter. And it saved me an action point. Well, I spent the action point to place the power, but still. Right, now I can take an action. That's my penultimate action to discover the Merfolk Trident. We're at Diablo's locker. Here it is. So that's a new asset for me. I'm happy with that. I really like that. And then I think I rest here and heal up. Yep, let's do that. Again, there is a ship here, but it's Doomguard, so it's neutral. I can camp for the night here. Right, we face another night. Let's draw a night card. Time's ticking. It's a coral reef place at the Cobalt Deep, which is right near where we are. It's just here. So the Cobalt Deep is falling into gloom. The disclosure of a bewitching and eerily lit reef has focused folk to flock to Cobalt Deep to see. Discard a quest from play, then place this place at Cobalt Deep. I don't think there are any quests now, are there? Oh, there are. There's the Sea Dog Plunderers. Okay, the Sea Dog Plunderers seem to have perhaps went in search of the coral reef and disappeared from the unbroken dunes. The plot remains here. Sea Dog Plunderers have gone. We've lost our chance. But I'm happy with that. That's okay. We can take down that plot potentially. Alright, and we're at full health. We're ready to go. And I feel it's time to take on the Sea Dog King. Let's gather some food while we're here. We've got the 2 food we need now. We only need 1 wood for our black keep. And there is a wood down here. So I feel this is good planning. Now I could potentially sink this ship here. But I think I'm going to need to save my actions as much as possible. I don't know how this fight with the Sea Dog King is going to go. Remember, I can't use my trident. Although it says sacrifices an action to defeat an enemy in an adjacent location. This is not an enemy right now. Not until I confront him, anyway. So I think what I'm going to do... Do I use my galleon to move, or do I use an action to move? If I use my action, I still think I've got enough turns left. And I could potentially use my galleon to sink this ship. Alright, let's do that. Let's move an action to move. It does say when we move in here, heroes gain 1 action point when they move into this location for the first time on any day. So we move in, we get an action point back, and we're going to spend that action point to confront the Sea Dog King. And I'm going to do so with a challenge and make this guy my enemy. Okay, here we go again. No one has surprise. They've got 5 dice. This might not be pretty. Oh, it's not too bad. They've got 1 hit. 1 hit on the first round of battle. Okay, I've got 3, 4, 5. 5 dice also. Do I use Endeavour? Let's roll them. Let's roll them. Let's go with luck in the first instance. Oh, 1, 2, 3 hits. That much I like. I'm going to use a fate for the next, and I think my hook hand then to deal the fifth. Yeah, that will do it. The Sea Dog King is defeated. We made quick work of the Despot's lieutenant. The Sea Dog King is defeated. We can take 3 gold or a loot. I'm taking 3 gold, and then I'm keeping this as a rumour. Okay. Next then we're going to spend an action to gather this wood. Now we have all the resources we need for the Black Keep, but I don't want to place the Black Keep here. I ideally want to place it somewhere like Diablo's locker back up there. That would be much better. But before we do, let's use our galleon. Deed, Veil, Sink. We've got 2 power. This ship has only 2 power. Let's see what's revealed. Fair winds. Relocate to any mountain location. Okay. Maybe now is the time to think about where I want my Black Keep to be. Not the Trolltooth cages. I can't rest here. Sierra Hebra is quite good because I can go from there to Angel's Cradle, which is here. So there's a little bit of a path back and forth here. That's quite nice. So maybe I'll go up there. Sierra Hebra. Let's relocate. I don't have to have an encounter here. Instead, I'm going to think about that Black Keep. The Black Keep, I can do this without an action because it's deed sacrifice. Pay 1 wood, 1 stone, 2 food, and 1 metal. So that's all my resources to place the Black Keep outpost in your location. So let's sacrifice, spend our resources. Now these resources are now available. Remember, a lot of these nighttime events are placing these resources back on the map. These are in the supply now, so that can happen. And actually, do you know what? I've had a quick change of plan. I'm going to go to this mountain instead. There's no encounter, remember, because it's a relocate, but it might be a better spot. Mount Malum, because the Black Keep allows me to heal on an adjacent location. And obviously that corner spot doesn't have as many adjacent locations. Now remember, adjacent means orthogonally adjacent. Okay, so there's 3 orthogonally adjacent here. There's only 2 here. And even better would be a mountain in the middle, because then you've got 4 adjacent spaces. But I'm happy with this. It's kind of a nice location up and away from Rhymeshaw Port. And at the Black Keep, you can perform a market action, and then you can heal. Deed Veil, heal 1 HP to a hero here or adjacent. First though, I'm going to regale. I'm going to spend 5 gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spend 5 gold. I need a stranger. I need an item. I've got an item. I've got an item. 2 items. Assets count. And I've got an ocean. So we're discarding these rumours and spending our 5 gold. We've found what was the Despot's artifact, and we made our way to the ocean. Okay, we have completed chapter 2. All right. Chapter 3 is a shadowy informant. Not everyone is entirely set against your ultimate goal, but you must choose your allies well. Can they be trusted? To complete, I must defeat this encounter and spend 5 gold. It also says we need to be at the Burning Flats, and we need the Marshal keyword as well, and that might take some seeking, potentially from an ally. Let's level up though, so we're going to get 1 more health and an action point for next time. We do get a level 2 skill. It's a good choice. We can relocate to an adjacent ocean, which is nice for hopping around the outskirts, around the coasts of this map, or unveil any ship. I like this one, Boat Racer. We're going to do this rather than Swimmer. Okay, there it is then. And if I want to, I can do this right away. So I can indeed unveil my galleon. Now I'm also tempted by a market action. I'm at the safe zone. There is a Blue Drake ship here. We can rest here for the night. First, let's veil our black keep and heal up our wound. We're back up to full strength. We still have an action left, right? So, burning flats for this shadowy informant who we need to go and defeat. Burning flats are down here. I don't want to go there tonight. I also feel like I don't want to waste my galleon and its free move. Let's do it. Let's sail. Deed, veil, sail. We gain 1 move action point, and as my move action, I'm going to move up to 2 non-ocean locations, ignoring locations I pass through. And I'm going to use it to move to 1, 2, 1, 2 this way. I can't go through the ocean. It doesn't matter. To the teal eaves. I have moved here, so I'm going to draw an encounter, but I know what it is. It's just this place. It's a fragrant clearing. It's really nice. This map, heroes may perform rest actions here. So this is where we are. I have 1 action left. The Rosen Knights are a ship here, so I could stay here. But I'm actually going to use my last remaining action to move to the Rhine shore ports. This is where I'm going to rest the night and potentially form a market action next time.